Okay, everybody, we're here for this review video of this assignment. Right, the assignment is called Angle Bisector Theorem, and the instructions are solve for the missing variables. So make sure you have paper and pencil out ready to copy in order for you to get maximum amount of points for turning in this this assignment. Right. So let's remember that we have the angle bisector there. And when we have that angle bisector, we have special relationships that are formed. A special relationship happens between 14 and x, and a special relationship happens between 21 and 9. So, knowing those relationships, we're able to set up the proportions, the ratios. So 14 goes with x, which is equal to 21 goes with 9. Right? And let us remember that we like to butterfly multiply, right? Or cross multiply. I like to call it butterfly multiply. So, 9 times 14 is 126. And x times 21 is 21x. And to solve for x, the opposite of multiplying by 21 is dividing by 21. So I get 8 is equal to x. And that right there, kiddos, is our... No, 6 is equal to x. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? 6 is equal to x. And that right there is our number 1. Right? What was important is we knew the relationships, right? Which numbers are related to which numbers. Okay? So it's the number 2. The same thing, right? So the angle bisector here is right down the middle there. So that means that the special relationship goes between 8 and 4, and the other special relationship is between 10 and y. And I didn't mean to do that, my bad. So let us set up our proportion, right? So let's go backwards this time. Y goes with 10, and 4 goes with 8. And we butterfly multiply, right? 10 times 4, and 8 times y, right? 8 times y is 8y, is equal to 10 times 4 is 40. The opposite of multiplying by 8 is dividing by 8. And I get y is equal to 5. And that is my solution there. Look at that. I solved for y, right? The instruction said solve for the missing variable. We found the missing variable. Perfect. So that's number 1 and 2. So make sure you guys have those down. Remember to pause or rewind if you have to. Okay. Number 3. Okay. So again, let us remember that here is our angle bisector here. And when we have the angle bisector, those special relationships form with the sides. So this 10 has a special relationship with 4. And this 18 has a special relationship with 3x minus 3. You know what you're thinking? Wait, that's not a regular number. That's okay. The whole thing is 3x minus 3. So let's write down our proportions, right? So 10 goes with 4, which is equal to 18, which goes with 3x minus 3, right? So again, we butterfly multiply. 4 times 18, 3x times 10. So 3x times 10, well, I don't know what that is, so I'm just going to write it like this. 10 times 3x minus 3. See? It's 10 times this whole thing. So I got to use parentheses, right? Equals 4 times 18 is 72. Those are just two regular numbers, so I was able to multiply, right? So now I got to distribute this 10. 10 times 3x is 30x. 10 times negative 3 is negative 30, which is equal to 72. I'm going to bring negative 30 over as plus 30. Oops, it's a weird 30. And I'm left with 30x, and 72 plus 30 is 102, right? The opposite of multiplying by 30 is dividing by 30. And I get x is equal to, I use a calculator, and I get 3.4. Use the calculator, right? That's why the calculator is attached to your assignment. And that's what it's for. I mean, it's not there for decoration, right? I want you to use it. I want you to use a calculator. There you go. Look at that. I solved for x. I solved for the missing variable. Perfect. Okay. Number 4. So let's find the angle bisector here, which is that one right there. Right? So that creates a special relationship, right? So let's go back here between 14 and 7. And then another special relationship between 13 and 3x plus 2. Right? And that creates a proportion that we can write. So 7 goes with 14, and 13 goes with 3x plus 2. Let us cross multiply or butterfly multiply. 4 times 13 and 3x times 7. So here I get 7 times 3x plus 2, the whole thing, right, is equal to 14 times 13. I don't know what 14 times 13 is. So 14, I'm going to use my calculator on my phone here, but you guys can use your calculator in the assignment. And I get 182. So I'm going to distribute. 7 times 3x is 21x. 7 times 2 is 14. I'm going to move this 14 over as a negative 14. And I get 21x here on this side. And 182 minus 14 is 168. And the opposite of multiplying by 21 is dividing by 21. So I get x is equal to 8. And that's my final answer right there. X is equal to 8. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Look at that. All right. Special relationships when we have that angle bisector. Special relationships with the sides of those triangles, right? Okay, good. 4 down. Make sure you're copying everything down, right? 2 more to go. Let's go with number 5 here. Again, we have the angle bisector, which is this one right here. Right? That bisects the angle. So we form a special relationship with 14 and 9, and G, sorry. And a special relationship between 18 and what is there? There's nothing there, right? But remember that we have the whole thing, 30. And we have this short one, which is G. So if I subtract this whole thing minus the short one, it gives me the other short one, the missing one. 30 minus G. So I'm going to write here 30 minus G. 30 minus G. Look at that. Now I have my relationships. So let's write them out. So 18 goes with 30 minus G equals to 14 goes with just G. So butterfly multiply, right? G, 30 minus G times 14 and G times 18. Well, G times 18 is just 18G. That one's easy. And 30 minus G times 14 is 14 times 30 minus G. Look at that. Right? So 14 times 30 is 420. So here I get 420 minus 14 times G is 14G. Okay. So I'm immediately going to cross out 14g, and I'm going to bring it over as plus 14g. So I get 32g and 420 on this side. The opposite of multiplying by 32 is dividing by 32. And I get g is equal to 13.1. And that right here, kiddos, is our solution for number 5. Okay. That's our solution for number 5. Okay. It's okay to get decimals. Nothing wrong with decimals, right? You can't be afraid of decimals. So let's do the last one here. We identify our angle bisector, right? Which is there. So let us start recognizing our special relationships. So 17, nope. 17 has a special relationship with 2h. And 15 has a special relationship with, that's not there. But we know how to get it, right? We subtract the whole long segment minus the short segment is equal to the missing segment. So we get 28 minus 2h. There you go. Look at that. So we have our special relationships now, so we can set up our proportion. So 17 goes with 2h, and 15 goes with 28 minus 2h. Okay? So 2h times 15 and 28 minus 2h times 17. So let us write this one out here. 17 times 28 minus 2h is equal to 2h times 15 is 30h. Just like that. So I have to distribute 17. So 17 times 28 is equal to 100. No, is that right? Let me see. 17 times 28 is 476. Yes. Minus 17 times 2h is 34h. Is equal to 30h. That's a weird 3, sorry. Cross out negative 34 and add 34h. So I get 476 on the left side, and 30 plus 34h is 64h. The opposite of multiplying by 64 is dividing by 64. And 476 divided by 64 is equal to 7, which is equal to h. And let us draw a box around that, and that is number 6. Right? So make sure you pause it to write everything down, or rewind it, right? Because that right there, kiddos, is this assignment reviewed. So make sure that you have everything copied down in order for you to get full credit, maximum amount of points for this assignment. Okay? Thanks for being here. See you next time.